welcome back to the Kooky Kitchen. Today on Pantry Party, we were able to get 10 ears of corn for $1. Not $1 a piece. All 10 cost me $1. So I'm going to preserve these, and my ultimate goal is actually to can some corn relish, but I don't have quite enough time to do that. So today I'm going to husk, I'm going to blanch. I'll put below the site I'm using for safe instructions on how to freeze corn. But anyway, so once I blanch, then I'm going to cut it off the cob and I'm going to freeze until I get a chance to can. So let's get started. All right, once husked, I put them in a large bowl of water because I don't want to leave water running for a long time. And I just kind of get them wet and get any of the leftover silks off of them. And then I rub a paper towel down them to hopefully catch every last one. It is time to get our corn on the cob blanched. And our water's almost boiling. So we'll give it a few more minutes. Our corn is in the pan. I'm going to let it come back up to a full boil, and then I'm going to blanch it for 9 minutes, and then it's going into ice water for 9 minutes to completely cool. Like I said earlier, I will link in the comments below the site I used for safe freezing of corn on the cob. I think it's kind of interesting how some of the kernels are turning bright yellow. And my question is, I do not have an answer, is because they float, they're not in there boiling around. Do I need to push them down to make sure they are blanched evenly? I am not sure, but I'm going to do that just in case. Our ice water baths are ready. I ran out of ice. I'm hoping that's enough. I do have cold water, ice cold water, but not ice in it, just from the fridge. So let's hope this is enough. We've got 1 minute left. And here we are in our ice water bath. So it's 9 minutes in here as well to make sure they're completely cooled through. This ice is not holding up very good, huh? Okay, well, gonna have to add some refrigerated water to it to help it along, and hope it'll be okay. All right, our corn is out of the ice cold water. The water was still pretty cold, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. I guess this one you can't really see it on, but look at some of those. I'm going to have to find out why some of those turn so yellow. Maybe it's my lighting in here and I just can't see well. Anyway, they got to dry really good. So I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to kind of pat them. I'm going to let them sit like this, and then I'm going to kind of turn them, let them sit like that for a little bit, till I can make sure as much water that could be in between those kernels has drained out, because I don't want mushy corn once I freeze it. You will see like this one right here is a little bit shorter, and that's because it had some, it looked like a bird had pecked at the top of it. So I just went down about 1.5 inches, chopped it off. Well, actually my son did. So please inspect your corn. Don't use anything that is not safe. And again, I'll put the freezing corn on the cob safety tested guidelines. I think it's from the Georgia extension. I'll put it in the comments below so you can find it. So let's let these completely dry, and then we're going to start cutting kernels. All right, it is time to cut the kernels off our corn. We've got our pan ready. We're going to slice it off the cob right on the pan that we're going to freeze it on. Hopefully it's going to be less mess, right? And it's going to stay on the pan. As you can see, I'm not the one cutting it. My son is the one who's helping me do this. We cut the foil. Oh well, that'll be okay. And that's what we are going to do with each and every cob until we get it done. And then we'll be back to show you what it looks like. All right, we wanted to show you we mixed it up a little bit. We did put down a cutting board to make sure we didn't cut any more of the foil. So you might want to do that. You can put down parchment paper, whatever works for you. Okay, Kyle's already taste testing my corn. He says that's nice and sweet. Okay, as you can see, it's came off in large strips. I really want to freeze them as kernels. So Kyle's going to go through and he's going to kind of break them up so we can freeze them as in kernels. You can do it however you want. I just thought it'd be easier to be able to do one pan. Then we're going to try to get this as flat as possible. We're going to freeze it before we move it to a Ziploc bag. The corn is ready for the freezer. Some are still connected, but I'm thinking I can easily get them apart. And it's not quite a single layer, but again, I think it's thin enough that we'll be okay. While this freezes, what I want you to know is I'm actually going to boil the leftover cobs and make like a corn cob stock. So that's what we have left. I couldn't find any safety guidelines, but I'm not canning it in any way whatsoever. I'm going to simmer it in water and then for about an hour, and then I'm going to let it cool and I'm going to put it in the freezer. So please don't get me wrong. I do not know if it's safe or not, so don't follow me. Please do your own research on that. I couldn't find anything and I don't want to waste it, so I'll keep looking, and if I find something, I'll let you know. But let's get this corn in the freezer. Here's our frozen corn. I've got my bag ready to go. I've got it labeled. So let me get it bagged up. And there's our corn all bagged up. I did put for corn relish, so I remember the whole idea behind buying the corn. 10 cents a ear is an excellent price. Last year I got, I think, 20. This year the limit was only 10, so I got 10. But look for those sales. Look for the easiest and cheapest way to fill your pantry. Yeah. And thanks for hanging out with me in the kooky kitchen today. If you enjoyed this video adventure, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe so you can see more cookbook curiosities, back then bites, and pantry party creations. We're having a great time doing it, and we hope you're having a great time watching it. So I'll see you next time, and stay kooky, my kitchen friends. Bye.